Sunday, July 27th, the Seattle Chamber Music Summerfest live streams a cello sonata by Brahms, a Tchaikovsky piano trio, and a new composition about the poetry of Chinese immigrants held up on Angel Island by composer prodigy Ethan Soledad. That'll be on Sunday at 2 in the afternoon, West Coast time, 5 o'clock on the East Coast, 11 o'clock in the evening in Europe, and 7 o'clock Monday morning in Australia at a charge of $36. We give you a link to where you buy your ticket and to the more detailed program notes that I am able to give you. You see all of the players there in that accompanying photo. And if I can get my platform working, I will now share with you the artists who are in the first of the three concerts on Sunday. I think it's a sonata. Somebody tells me it's a sonata because there are two people in it. Yeah, this is Brahms Cello Sonata number 2 in F major, opus 99, with Mark Kosover on the cello. He's principal cello of the very fine Cleveland Orchestra, has taught at the Cleveland Institute of Music, the San Francisco Conservatory, but I don't think he's teaching there now. One thing he did that was interesting, during the pandemic, he performed 2 live stream performances of the complete Bach cello suites online to raise money for COVID-19 victims. It's pretty cool. And then on the piano is Mark Levinson, who's a very experienced guy, chair of the piano department at the Boston Conservatory, and also teaches at the New England Conservatory. But he's proud that he was the first American, when he was much younger, to win first prize at the Guardian Dublin International Piano Competition. He is the artistic director of the San Juan Chamber Music Festival, and he plays at all the music festivals. The interesting thing about this cello sonata is this. Brahms heard a cellist named Robert Hausmann, an Austrian, performing his cello sonata in E minor in Vienna. And he loved it. So what did he do? He composed another one, this one, the cello sonata number 2 in F major for Hausmann to play. I mean, just imagine being a performer and having someone, a composer as great as Brahms, like what you did so much with this work. He said, oh, no, here, I got to write one just for you to play based on what I know you can do. Just amazing. Then they will finish up. I want to jump ahead to what they're finishing up with. And I have a reason for, no, I'm not going to do that. Let's talk about the next piece. The next piece is the one by Ethan Soledad. Now, Ethan Soledad is very young, born in 1999. He's like, 26 years old, roughly. He's Philippine-American, and he's currently doing his doctorate of musical arts and composition at the University of Michigan, one of my alma mater. So he's a good guy. Before that, he was at Rice, I think, to get his MA. Anyway, this piece was, I could tell you the different people that have commissioned works by him, but they're really not all that persuasive until you come to this one. And this piece was co-commissioned not only by the Seattle Chamber Music Society, but by the Great Lakes Chamber Music Festival and Chamber Music Northwest. So, this guy is a real prodigy. And what he discovered was that San Francisco had Angel Island back at the beginning of the 20th century, just like New York had Ellis Island. And it's where all the immigrants went to come in legally into the country. And this was a time when they had actually passed laws to say, no, we don't want any more Chinese. Okay, America, it's come, no. It goes up and back. But anyway, and so they were really interrogating these people who were trying to come in and claiming that they were the children of others, Chinese who were already in America and all of that. And some of them had to stay there for months, in harsh conditions and, being challenged and not knowing if they were ever going to be let in or whether they'd just be sent back to China. And they wrote poems on the walls. And this piece by Ethan Soledad is based on some of those poems. So it has 3 parts. The first is called From Endless Sorrows, Tears and Blood Streak. The second is called Random Thoughts, Deep at Night. And the third is called Cages of Jade. I mean, just what a lovely homage. Anyway, the people playing it are Tom Poster, who did terrific things during the 2020 lockdown with online live streaming and got awards for doing it, working together with, I didn't get the picture up of those people for you, and I need to because it's important. I was talking about Tom Poster and all this live streaming. He did it together with Elena Urioste, who's also in this performance, and he has formed and is the artistic director of a group called the Kaleidoscope Chamber Collective, which became an associate ensemble of Wigmore Hall in 2020, and they broadcast all the time on BBC Radio, etc. So Elena Urioste on the violin, she's performed. She doesn't teach anywhere either. She's purely a performer, and she basically has worked closely with Tom Poster on these kinds of projects. Then on the violin, you also have Tessa Lark, who won a Grammy nominee in the Best Classical Instrumental Solo category in 2020, and has a bluegrass-inspired violin concerto written for her. And you have Joan der Hovsepian, or der Hovsepian, who's the viola. She's the principal viola of the Houston Symphony. She teaches at Rice University. Julie Albers is on cello. She teaches at McDuffie Center for Strings at Mercer University in Georgia. And she has her own Albers string trio as well. So that's a great lineup for just what I think is a lovely and interesting piece. And when I tell you that this guy is a prodigy, I mean, you might think, oh, where did you get a photo of the guy as a teenager? But this is the guy. this is Ethan Soledad. He really is that young. All right. That leaves us with one more piece to tell, one more concert to tell you about. We're back with Adam Nemes, James Ennis, and Beyond Sang, whom I have told you about in previous concerts, either on Thursday or on Tuesday. So if you want more, Adam Neiman is the professor at Roosevelt University and the CEO of Aeolian Classics, and James Ennis is the guy who runs this festival and the Ennis Quartet. And Beyond Sang is the chair and cello at the Butler School of Music. They'll be doing Pyotr Ilyich Tchaikovsky's Piano Trio in A minor, Opus 50. Now, the program notes tell us that Tchaikovsky composed this for a man, Nikolai Rubinstein, the brother of Anton Rubinstein, who loved him. And he hired Tchaikovsky at the Moscow Conservatory. He championed his music and his conducting and his composing, and he died young at the age of 46. And Tchaikovsky wrote this trio in memorial to him. It's the only time Tchaikovsky used a piano in his chamber music, and it's inscribed in memory of a great artist. And some of the music is based on a memory that Tchaikovsky had of a particular folk song that Rubinstein loved, and that helped shape the music in it. I hope that one or any of these live streams is inspiring to you, uplifting, or just gives you a good time.